Good morning everybody and welcome to my kitchen. I'm very excited because today I'm gonna walk you through one of my favorite recipe ever, which is called Schiacciata. There's no translation for that, I'm sorry. We're gonna call our stuff white pizza because what we are gonna make is something in between Italian traditional bread and Italian pizza. Sounds delicious, isn't it? I promise this is gonna be fun, exciting, and most important, tasty. So let's follow me. Let's do the work. Well, this recipe is all about the flour, so I need you to choose a good one. It's really important. This is my favorite flour ever. First is unbleached. Please do not use bleached flour. You don't have to do that. This is much more healthy, natural. Then we're gonna have the active dry yeast. And one more important thing, extra virgin olive oil. This is very important. It has to be extra virgin and not olive oil. There are lots of differences between one and another. And I will make a post about that, I promise. And salt. So first, well, I have to tell you something. I'm sorry. Learning a new language at my age, it's very hard. So please be patient with me. And I can't think in ounces, so I will keep talk and think in grams. But you can translate easily on internet. Well, let's really start the work. I'm gonna need 320 grams, 320 grams of flour. Okay, so we're gonna bring a huge bowl and we're gonna pour the flour in. And we need half teaspoon of salt. It's gonna be enough. Okay? Now we have to fix our bowl in here. This is the tool we're gonna need to make bread, white pizza, all about bread and flour. We have to use this kind of tool. Now, there is the part which is, I don't like very much because we have to bring our yeast and let it melt it in warm water. That's another important passage because we are working with something that's alive, so we have to be careful. And we have to work with the yeast far away from heat source or cold air because we can kill the yeast. Actually, I already did twice. And if you kill your yeast, you're gonna need very good teeth to buy your white pizza, trust me. We need 20 grams of yeast, 20. And now I'm gonna bring warm water. I will dissolve my yeast in 100 milliliters of water. So 100 milliliters of water, warm water. That's the worst part. Dissolve our yeast. So you have to be patient because it just took a couple of minutes, but it's not fun. You have to be patient. See, that's what happened, and it's totally normal. You'll see the yeast, all around your teaspoon. So you have to dissolve it, all of it. Sometimes, if you can't do it, you can use your own hands to finish this job. Well, that's the consistency. See? Well, the color is not very beautiful. So we have 320 grams of flour, half teaspoon of salt, and 20 grams of dry yeast dissolved in 100 milliliters of water. Milliliters of water for now. So you're gonna pour this in here. Low. So 1, speed 1, low speed. It's enough. Now we need 150 milliliters of warm water. Warm, not hot, not cold. There's one thing you have to know, that anytime you're gonna work with flour yeast, it won't be the same. Maybe sometimes even the weather can change the condition of our ingredients. So usually the recipe says 150 milliliters of water, but maybe we're gonna use a bit less or we're gonna need a bit more. There's no rules. Let's see how it's going. I think I want you to come closer to me to see what I'm doing. Good, better. Maybe. Yeah. So, it's working. And just help a little bit so it exactly. Well, now it's time to add the oil. Couple of tablespoons, sorry. 1, 2. Should be enough. It's enough. Well, sometimes your dough, it will be too much wet, or it could be too much dry. So if it's too much dry, you can add warm water, just a little bit at a time, so you can see if it's gonna have the right consistency or not. But usually, to me, it's always a little bit too much wet, like right now. How are you gonna fix this? A spoon and flour. So keep the machine working, let it work, and I'm gonna start adding 1 tablespoon of flour and see what's gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna be enough, I know. So I'm gonna add 2. And now we have to wait. Now we have to wait and see what's going on. It starts to be good, but still wet. I don't know why, you know, it's always the same stuff, but every time it's different. That's the beauty of the Italian kitchen, you never know. Okay, so I have to add 1 more tablespoon of flour for sure. Now it's good. I'm gonna show you how he has to be, the dough, and which consistency, because he has to be sticky, okay, very sticky. He's working well, he's doing well. Come and see, I'll show you. See, it's working a lot. Very good, very, very good. Well, I usually leave the KitchenAid working for at least 15 minutes. Something in between 10 to 15 minutes is good. We have to do one more thing. Keep with your hand a bit of flour and put the flour in this bowl, in a bowl like that one. So that you have to see the flour everywhere, just a little bit. If you had too much flour, just toss it a little bit. See, That's what you have to have in your bowl, exactly that. It's very beautiful to watch. Now I'm gonna stop the machine and I'm gonna show you the right consistency. See? This is perfect. So it's sticky but not wet. What we are gonna do, we're gonna clean our hook and have our bowl. It's perfect, really. So it's not pretty, it doesn't look very pretty, but do not worry about that. You're gonna use this and our extra virgin olive oil. See what I'm doing? I'm just painting my duff. It's fun painting the duff, you know? And helps out to make a better shape. So work like that and you have your kind of bowl. See? Well, now the big work is done. We just have to cover with a kitchen towel, look at the clock and let him rise for 30 minutes. Let's be ready for the second part of the recipe. Our olives and the grape tomatoes. Let's see if our duff rises enough. Yeah, he did. It's perfect. The duff right now has an amazing consistency, very fluffy. See how easy it is transferred over here. It's perfect. Now we're gonna give the pizza the shape that you want. I'm gonna make a rectangle. Like you can even have a round shape. It doesn't mean, you know, that's a traditional one. So I'm making the real traditional authentic recipe about white pizza. It's time to cover it again and let him rise for another 30 minutes. Now it's time to see if it's rised correctly. Yay, he did! It looks amazing. Well, right now the first thing to do is painting again with oil. All the surface of the duff, all the surface need to be painted with oil. Extra virgin olive oil, as I said at the very beginning of this video. Well, I already turned on the oven at 355 Fahrenheit degrees. I can deal with Fahrenheit, but not with all the other measures. Sorry. To have more tasty tomatoes, I'm gonna add dried oregano. There we go. A bit over here and a bit of salt. Now it's fun because you're gonna keep your tomato and push at the very bottom. Now we can use the olives. I don't want to do perfect thing. I just want to let you know how easy it can be prepare an authentic Italian meal or dish, you know. Because sometimes my friends, they just told me that, oh, I thought it was really complicated, but it's not. There's nothing really complicated in our kitchen. Again, I got more grapes tomatoes. Now, a little bit more of Oregon. It's gonna lead to our white pizza the taste. Sprinkle of salt. Ready for the oven. Isn't it pretty? It's pretty. I know you are thinking the same. It's ready for the oven that I already put on. It's on 355 Fahrenheit degrees. So let him cook for 30 minutes. I know, first rising 30 minutes, second turn of rising 30 minutes. Cooking time 30 minutes. It's easy to remember too. So if you want to check the cooking while your white pizza is inside the oven, do not open the oven. Really, you don't have to do that until 30 minutes have been passed. After that time, if I gonna open the oven right now, I'm gonna ruin everything. I can just check, turning on the lights, and this is it. Okay, promise me. Do not never open the oven until 30 minutes have been passed. Are you ready to see the result? I am. Enjoy your white pizza and let me know